Hi, Danny. I thought I'd make you another video about one of my other favorite memories with Denny. I was listening to one of my favorite albums the other day, and Denny and I used to go see this band play all the time. It was a band called The Bled. This is I actually bought this hoodie with Denny, and it's my favorite hoodie. I wear it all the time. My wife, until recently, hated it, wanted to get rid of it, and I told her I'd burn the house down if she did. But this hoodie always brings back memories for me. That we went and saw, Denny and I went and saw the Bled play probably 4 or 5 times together. It was one of our favorite bands to go see live. And I want to tell you a story about one of the times in particular where we went to see them. They had just released an album called Found in the Flood. And we were sitting there waiting. It was going to be The Bled, and it was going to be a band called Under Oath, and then it was going to be my favorite band, Thrice. So we were going to go see, and we were so excited to go see this show. So we go to this, I think it's called, I don't know what it's called anymore. It was called Bricks back in the day in Salt Lake City, and that's where they were all going to play. And we're waiting for The Bled to come out, and there's a whole bunch of, there was like some little local band that played first, and, you know, we were just kind of hanging out in the back. And then the band started playing this. See if you can hear it. It comes on in just a second. If you hear, it has this like slow build up, and we start hearing this stuff playing, and the lights shut down, and then Denny and I were like, oh my gosh, it's coming on. Denny used to do this thing where he would shake his hands like this. He's like, my D, they're starting. And he got so excited. I remember thinking to myself, dude, it's just a show. And he's like, my D. So anyway, they start playing this song, and the whole crowd starts going nuts. Everybody's throwing people around. Everybody's jumping around. It was crazy. So we're all screaming. We're all throwing stuff around. And then Denny, of course, just jumps right in the middle of everybody jumping around. And he's this little tiny guy. And while everyone's jumping around and throwing punches and stuff like that, Denny's just in the middle, just screaming his head off. They ended up, right after that, they played his favorite song from the album, which I think is is this one. It's called My Assassin. And there's a part in it, there's a part in the song where he says, in every catacomb. And Denny loved that. That was his favorite line. He thought that was so creative. And he would like, my D, it's the catacomb song. It's my favorite song. It's the catacomb song. And he was getting so excited. And then they played my favorite song of theirs off this album. It's a song called Daylight Bombings. And it starts really soft. It starts, like this. And it has this kind of soft tone through it. And immediately they start playing, he comes running up to me, because we got separated in the crowd for a little bit. He navigates, finds the top of my head, starts running at me. He goes, my D, it's Daylight Bombings, my D, it's so great. And he gets all excited. So just out of instinct, I picked up Denny and I threw him on my shoulders. And we're all just sitting there just rocking out, just pumping our hands and pumping our, just head banging and stuff. And then there was a part in the song where it gets really heavy a little bit later. This was one of the parts I really liked. But it gets heavy here. So when it got like this, and it gets really heavy and it gets really screamy, Denny decides that he's going to be like a girl at a Motley Crue concert or something, and he lifts his shirt and starts flashing the band. I'm looking up going, I don't know what people are going to think of this. So after that, he gets down, and the next band comes on. It's a band called Under Oath. And we both heard the Under Oath albums, and we're like, oh, they were okay. And then while they were playing, the lead singer did that thing where he takes the water bottle and spits up in the air, except instead of spitting up in the air, he was spitting at the crowd, and it kept hitting Denny and I. So the whole time he's in the crowd, like thinking he's awesome, and Denny and I are reaching up trying to grab him and punch him because we're getting sick of getting spit on. So the whole time we're trying to reach up and just throw fists at the guy. We could never reach him. All his little fanboys kept pushing us back, but we kept trying to get it because he would crowd surf. So even if we went to the back, he'd crowd surf, get to the back, and spit everywhere again, and it got all over us, and we were getting pissed. So we finally walked out. We're like, dude, we're gonna kill this guy, and. Afterward, Thrice started to play, and now Denny knew Thrice was my favorite band at the time. So immediately, as soon as they start playing, he comes running up to me. Mike D, Thrice is playing. So we run back in, and we just jammed out to the whole concert. It's one of my favorite memories with Denny. Is just the two of us just headbanging at concerts. And like I said, this is still my favorite hoodie. I wear this. You can ask my wife. I wear this at least 3 or 4 times a week. It's my favorite hoodie. You can see it's like starting to wear down in places. Like the sleeves are all getting ratted and stuff like that. And it's part of the reason why my wife hates it, because it's old. But I told her, you're never getting rid of this hoodie. And I was wearing it this morning. It just reminded me of the concert. It was that concert I actually bought this hoodie at. We were so excited when we went to that show. I mean, it was... At the time, Under Oath was big and up and coming, so we were excited to see him. We didn't know he was going to be spitting all over us, but it was a great show. He and I had a blast at it. Well, I just thought I'd give you another little memory.